and LinkedIn link on the chat box to get updates on weekly basis and join us in creating more leaders. We also request all the members and visitors to turn on your videos, which will help us in making the episode highly interactive. We would love to see your smiling faces. So, are we all ready to interact with our guest, Mr. Ramakrishna Rao, on the topic managing people through SCARF? Well, you can pronounce it as SCARF, and which will be explained more by our guest today. If you're ready, please type yes in the chat box. Thank you. Before the introduction of the guest, let me also take the privilege to introduce the founder of the Leaders Connect. And it is none other than Mr. Prakash Sharma, who will have interaction with our guest initially today, along with the panel discussion leader, Mr. Yugandhar. Thank you. Over to you, Mr. Prakash.
Great. Thank you very much, David. That's been awesome. And welcome all the leaders, welcome all the guests, welcome the guests and all the members and visitors who are here. So welcome, Mr. Ramakrishnan. So yes, we would request you to kindly turn on your video or audio that will add value, and then we'll be able to start our discussion and conversation as well. So I've given both the options to you, Ram. So in the meantime, as in fact David has already shared, so please stay in fact with the videos on so that we'll have an excellent interactive episode. So as we proceed further, we'll also, let me take a quick privilege to share more about Ram and what Ram is actually and how he has grown up the ladder in his leadership, in his coaching, how he's been able to coach and mentor other people. Definitely those insights we'll be sharing you through his video. And but before that, let me quickly explain about his Ram through his personal background. So Mr. Ramakrishna, he is married to Ms. Sumati, who's a homemaker, and he has two children, Mr. Piyush and Roshni. They're studying in 9th, and the younger ones, Roshni is in LKG. So Ram's favorite sport is cricket and running. Definitely, Ram, we can understand you more, that brisk person that we'll be able to see you now. And he is located from Bangalore. So much more to know about Ram, as I said, more about his professional experience. So let's have a look at this video, which will give more clarity. And from there is where we have our panel discussion leader, Mr. Yugandhar from Everest IMS Technologies, who will be interacting along with our leader, Mr. Ram. So let's over to you, Pankaj, for the video. Okay, great. That was the video. Yes, welcome Ramakrishna. So all the participants, all the respective visitors as well as the members, type in the chat box, welcome Mr. Ramakrishnan. And yes, Mr. Ramakrishnan is here with us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wow, good. Oh, I believe you are connected with the other device as well, Ram, but helps. Okay, great, great. Thank you very much, Ram. That's really been, and welcome to the Leaders Connect 360.
Absolute pleasure. Thanks for the lovely introduction.
Yes.
Appreciate you taking time to put together that little video. So thank you so much.
True. Always.
I like the caption of leaders creating leaders. That's very inspiring and exciting. So looking forward.
Great, wonderful, Ram. So people call you Ram or fully Ramakrishna Rao? How do people call you?
Ram. Ram is what it is. I usually say though my name is Ramakrishna, I don't have any qualities of Krishna, so please call me Ram is what I say.
This is a nice start to put it across. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Good one, Ram. Nice knowing, and thanks for taking your time to join us here and a quick understanding. And as a coach you are, as a leader you are, I'm sure you've been helping most of the people here. And even the Leaders Connect Forum, definitely most of the people here today will definitely get benefited to understand on the specific topic, managing people through SCARF. I'm sure there are different models are available of managing people, but this is one specific model and how this could be really in practical terms applicable. So we'd like to know more details. So for which we invite our panel discussion leader, Mr. Yugender. Mr. Yugender is from the HR from IMS Technologies. And he is the person who's going to, on behalf of all our members, he is the person who's going to interact with you more deeper and understand and take it forward as well. For all the other visitors and members, and you also will be getting an opportunity to discuss with Mr. Ram. And but closer to the end, maybe a couple of questions which where Yugender already has, we'll be asking. And all the people you'll be getting opportunities. So two ways of interacting with Mr. Ram. If you have any question to ask, please raise your hand and we'll be given an option to unmute you. And else type your questions in the chat box and we take it. And I'm sure then and there, whatever you feel free to type in the chat box. Let's make it more interactive. Let's understand more deeper and then get into deployment as well. So that's it. And over to you, Yugender. And welcome, Yugender, for our Leaders Connect episode 065.
Thank you, Prakash. Thanks for giving me an opportunity to interact with our guest, Mr. Ram, as he called Mr. Ram. So, yeah. By seeing the topic SCARF, even I was surprised, like, what is this SCARF? What is this SCARF? And even apart from even many people might be having this, what is the SCARF? So let me go with my first question. Like every leader,
if you don't mind,
yeah,
if you can just, I would be keen to know, a bit of demographic about participants. So if participants can share, their years of experience, that will just give me an idea of the group and I can respond, accordingly, if that's okay with you.
Definitely.
Yeah, that would not be a problem, I think, Prakash.
So maybe all the participants or visitors are there here for the first time as well as there are people who are members who are regularly coming in. As Sendil has shared on the chat box, so quickly share your name as well as your company name which you represent or which function you belong to, so that it helps Mr. Ram, our leader, to connect with you accordingly, and he will be able to help us in a discussion and understanding. So great. So thanks very much, Sendil. Thanks, Parthasarathy. So Parthasarathy, just a snippet of about your respective work role, what you do, or do you rail a business, or what do you do that also adds value? So thanks very much, David. David in the facility management services, 30 plus years. David was our curtain raiser leader.
Fantastic.
So Gopra Bakaran, operations head. My Big Break. Harisha from Kempla Sanmar. Ms. Kavita from process trainer from Big Basket. Nagaraju Tirumala Industries, Tirumala Dairy, Sri Hari, Product Design Manager from Amaraja. Great, great. So it's a mixed participants. If you could see now, people are from different functions. It could be either from business people are there. There are people for trainers. There are people who are HRs. There are from production, sales, marketing, and people are having at least minimum of 10 plus years of experience is what we can come out from this respective standing. So that's a quick snippet.
That's great. That's great.
Thank
you, son. Sorry for interrupting the flow. I just thought it will be a good idea to understand. Now I know that I'm talking to a group of people who have, who would have hired people, who would have managed people, right? If you're saying 10 plus, then 10 plus, and some of you in 30s, as in 30 years of experience. So it would be great to get your perspectives as well. So great.
That's absolutely fine, Ram. So hope my voice is crystal clear, right? Yeah. So here we go with the first question. Like, every leader manages people, which is one of the very important resource. However, how do we manage them through SCARF? Kindly explain SCARF in your own words.
Okay, so again, pardon. The 22 of you who are here, I'm not someone who talks a lot. Monologue is not my preferred medium. Interaction is my preferred medium. So I will. What I promise you is I will not use any PPTs. At the same time, we'll have an interaction. So I would rather flip that question.
Okay.
Instead of asking how do you manage people, I would flip and ask how would people like to be managed.
Good one.
Okay, so if you can, requesting all the participants, if you can just put in the chat, what is it that you expect from your manager or your skip level manager or your HOD? How would you like to be managed? How would you like to feel at work? What is it that you expect from your manager or from your skip level managers, HODs, or your organization? What is it that you expect from them? Okay, we expect respect, recognition, appreciation. Thank you, Silva. Alignment, perfect. Thank you, Prakash. Space to work, and I'm Prabhakaran. I'm expanding it to say mental space to work, right? You can sit in a big auditorium and feel claustrophobic, right? Giving an opportunity to voice out. Thank you, Varsha. Coaching and two-way communication. So Ranga, thank you. Explore my potential best. So I should get opportunities to explore my potential. This reminds me of a favorite quote, which says performance is equal to potential minus interference. And all of us know where that interference comes from, right? Okay, leading people instead of managing people, recognition, freedom within assigned roles, self-productivity, value. Thank you, Srihari. Listening. Okay, thank you, Sujata. Right, so if I may, I will probably share screen at this point and just put up one slide for you. Right, you let me know whether you are able to see the screen.
Yeah.
So if you look back at all the comments that have been coming in, we spoke of recognition, we spoke of respect, we spoke of freedom, utilizing potential, right? So on and so forth. Now, if I relate to some of these aspects, and the fundamental logic, and this is a model by David Rock, who is a researcher in neuroscience, right? He has written a book called The Quiet Leadership, and that's a good read. That's something that I will definitely recommend. And what his theory says, and of course it's proven and hence it's a research, is if you provide your team member, your employee with all of these, then you are supporting them for a greater performance. Whereas if you are depriving them of these, then their performance is going to be a downturn. If you want to improve their performance, just give them scarf. If you have a task of demotivating people, just remove the scarf. And if you look at what scarf means, so status, all of us like to be respected, right? Respected for who we are, respected for what we want our past experience to be respected. It's all about nuances, right? In a team meeting, if your opinion is not sought, you're just told what to do, right? Then you don't feel respected. You feel like, yeah, I have 30 years of experience, 10 years of experience, and you don't seem to bother about what I have to say, right? Or I have done XYZ in my previous role and you're asking me to do only X in the current role, right? It could be in so many ways and means, and each one of us can relate to our experiences. Okay, so what is it? So status is in terms of being respected. Certainty is all of us want certain amount of clarity. Though we say VUCA, we say pandemic, we like at the end of the day, as humans, we don't want too much of change. We want certain amount of credibility, certain amount of certainty, right? It can be short term, but we want certainty so that we know what we are working on, right? People generally say that, when you ask how is it to work in a startup, they'll say, the plan made yesterday may not hold good for today, right? While that's good to say, that's really not a great way to operate, right? Instead of 5-year plan, you may have a 1-year plan, but not having a plan or changing plans every day is a major problem, right? You can have a manager who is unplanned, unorganized, and that can create a lot of chaos for the team. So you want someone, as a manager, as a leader, you want to give some certainty. Make them feel valued by giving them respect, by respecting their ideas, opinions, welcoming their opinions. Give certain direction, certain clarity, and autonomy. Not really tell me what should be accomplished, and leave the how part to them, right? If you get into the how part and then you keep checking every half an hour how it is progressing, then no one really wants to, no one feels good about that, right? We would like certain autonomy. And when people give autonomy, you feel responsible and you invest a little more time, right? And if you don't give autonomy, you will reach a level where people will tell you tell me what you want me to do, I'll do that, and nothing more, right? But if you want superior performance, then you definitely could do by giving autonomy. And relatedness, people look, they don't want a very transactional manager, right? You need to connect with your team at a level slightly beyond work, right? Or slight extension of work. Make them feel part of a larger family, right? That's where all of these outbounds that used to happen, saying that we want to bring the people together, we want to bring team together. It could be even a 10 minutes call that happens once in 2 weeks or once a week, whichever, but essentially people should feel that they are part of a team, and people should feel that they are contributing to something which is much larger, right? And when I recall Selvaraj starting the introduction saying that we want to get 1,000 leaders together, right? So that's a mission. So I'm sure everyone who is part of this initiative feel connected to say, Acha, so today we are at 65, we want to reach 1,000. There is a journey, and you are aligned, you are related, and you feel like contributing. Okay, I'll take a goal of getting 10 leaders, right? And that's how the 1,000 comes up. 1,000 doesn't come out of, I'm sure Prakash can get probably 500 leaders, and 500 should come from others, right? So you feel, make them feel that they are part of something larger than working towards the salary or increment. That is very transactional. But if they feel connected to a larger purpose, then they are bound to contribute more. And fairness is self-explanatory. You want to be treated fair. You want to be valued for your contributions without really having to fight for it, right? The point is, it's not about giving credit when someone asks for credit. It's about recognizing, it's about valuing their contributions even before they ask for it. Otherwise it may tend to happen saying the person who speaks a lot, the person who marks a lot of people in CC, that person ends up becoming getting credit, etc., etc. So as a leader, you will have to see, irrespective of who is talking more, talking less, etc., their contribution is valued in relation and in fairness. So as a good checkpoint, if you are well, I'm sure all of you would have handled teams in the past and are handling teams right now. If you a good way to reflect is think of one team member in your team whom you are managing directly right now, and look at what is how do you connect with them, or if you are in their place, what is out of 5, how much will that person give you on status, certainty, autonomy, relatedness, fairness. So this is a good formula to sort of, if you want to improve the relationship, then give more scarf, right? If you want more disengagement, then take away more scarf. As simple as that.
Thank you, Ram. Thank you for throwing some light on SCARF. So as rightly said that, yeah, we need to think of one team member and how do we connect with them. And so with that access, probably it helps us.
I'll probably share one, I'll probably share one infographic that sort of, summarizes this. Okay, typically when you look at your work day, some of the complaints could be, there are a lot of unclear priorities, unnecessary meetings, last minute chaos, massive uncertainty. And your role as a great manager or a leader is essentially to define roles, set clear expectations, and provide stable, achievable goals, which essentially, again, if you look at all of these terms, it would get mapped into SCARF.
SCARF, correct. Yeah, correct. So Ram, here we go with the second question. Like, in your experience, may we know how SCARF is useful in practically with an examples?
Like some of the examples I've shared in the initial part itself. If I have to look at some anecdotes, right? There was we had one person who was slightly senior to everyone else in the team in terms of age. Right? we had a team of about 15 people, and there was this one gentleman who was in mid 40s, while the rest of the team was in early 30s types, right? And there was a challenge with respect to his performance. He and when I took over, the scenario was saying, okay, here is this gentleman who will do exactly what you ask him to do. He will do it very well, but he'll not do one bit more than that. Right? He's a person who lacks initiative, lacks the drive to achieve. This is one of the concerns that came up. And after I took over, had a couple of interactions with let me say Rahul for the sake of example.
Okay.
I hope there's no Rahul in this chat right now. Okay, so and when I had a couple of conversations with Rahul, he was like, that's fine. You tell me. I don't want any motivational speech right now. Let's get on with the job. I was like, but really, what's the challenge? And that's not something that will come out in one conversation. That's you'll have to establish that trust. For that person to open up and share the real stuff. Okay, you will get all the top layer. You'll have to stay put with that exploration for you to discover. And then what I discovered was couple of instances in the past where probably some of the appraisals did not go his way. Some of the comments that he got from key people in the management saying, we don't see you growing. Some of those comments which sort of put him down, and he sort of went into a shield and said, I'll do what is expected of me and nothing more. Okay. And after that, once what I did was gave him a special project where, though there's no one reporting to that gentleman, but a lot of people worked with that, worked with Rahul in terms of making it happen. So where he started, leading a project, and the rest is history. The project had a lot of success, and definitely you could see a lot more drive and happiness in him. Right. End of the day, I'm a strong believer that no one comes to work saying, I don't want to work today. No one comes to work and says, I don't believe in teamwork. I don't want to work with X. I don't want to work with Y.
True.
Right. So all of them come, to deliver.
Yes.
All of them come to do their best. But there are certain elements that are blocking that. It could be the team dynamics. It could be something that happened in the past. It could be beliefs that the person has about himself or herself. There could be various factors. And since I'm picking on the theme of SCAR, you could do an analysis and see where is it that, and all of us would have heard about the term psychological safety. And essentially, if you give SCAR, then you're giving that psychological safety. Right? The person is energized, motivated. The person will do more than what you ask. Right? Because you reach a point where Rahul is not working for Ram. Rahul is working for Rahul. As long as we are working for someone else, then we will do only what is expected from them. But if I am working for myself, while delivering to a larger organization goal, the possibilities are much more. You are opening up much more. So in a very practical, pragmatic sense, any relationship with a team member or any challenge in terms of non-performance or lack of drive, a good point is to look at where is it, what is lacking, and how can I support. Right, and going back to performance is equal to potential minus interference. That interference could be from within, because I am blocked because of various. It could be because of past experience. it could be my own state of mind, it could be anything. And the people manager's role and the leader's role is ability to minimize interference.
Okay.
Right? It could be having a conversation with the individual and say, what is it that I can do to help you deliver better? What is it that you need from me? Right? The more barriers you remove, much better for the for the employee, team, and the organization.
Thank you, Ram. Thank you for sharing with the real-time examples. So hope this example helps even our audience also to pick up. So yes, rightly said, like we need to work for ourselves, not for others. So yeah, we need to see that one. And we also need to understand like what is lacking and how can I support, and ability to minimize interference. So these things and all, yes, rightly said. And here we go with the third question. Like, may we know the relationship between SCARF and employee engagement, and how does it help coaches?
So SCARF is directly proportional to employee engagement, and what we spoke so far. If the it's about how they what do you say in terms of employee engagement? You will say how the person feels connected to their work and their organization, right? And you would have heard of a quote which says, right, the employee mentally resigns much before they physically put in the paper, right? So that's primarily to say the employee got disengaged. The disengagement could be because of various reasons. And if you look at any of the exit interviews and you ask, they'll say, okay, after I resigned, they gave me a counter offer. Why could they not promote me when I was there? They saw my value after my resignation, right? And if you look at SCARF, they'll say again status. They felt a lack of respect.
Okay.
Right? They were not feeling valued, right? Or I would have gone to my HR or someone and said, you know what, I'm not really happy with this project. Can you put me into some other project? The HR or the concerned person would have said, it's okay, just manage, get on with it, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Right? And suddenly when you say, fine, I have decided I'm moving on, then you will come back and say, no, hold on, tell me which project you want. These are the projects.
True. It happens.
Right. So again, it's like I did not have autonomy before, but suddenly, my intent to resign has brought a lot of autonomy. Right. So a lot of these. So if you look at what are the concerns that an employee will have, which is pretty much opposite of whatever was shared initially. When you say, what do you expect?
Okay.
I may be connecting better, or I feel that I may do better in another project. I feel I may do better in another role. I may have an aspiration to move into another role. I'm doing a current role, right? It could be anything. And all of those are linked with aspirations and expectations. So there are few things which are hygiene in terms of, give me respect, treat me well, right? And give me proper space to sit and work. Right, and beyond those, salary comes on time, and right beyond those hygiene factors, there are certain motivational factors, which is work that is of my interest, work that I feel will help me grow, right? Investment in me on my skill development. A lot of these areas, which again will connect back to either status, autonomy, and all of these SCARF aspects, right? So these are directly proportional in terms of employee engagement. I missed the second part of the question.
So how does it help coaches?
Okay, so going back to performance is equal to potential management, and when you're talking about interference, those interference could be external and internal, right? One of the quotes that I really like is, the person whom we talk the most. Let me repeat: the person with whom we talk the most is ourselves.
Okay.
And it's good to watch out whether we are talking nonsense or sense.
Okay.
Okay. A lot of times we might be talking nonsense to ourselves because of the emotional state that we are in, because of what is happening around us. We might be doing a lot of negative self-talk to ourselves, right?
True.
So the role of a coach is to, help the coachee reflect and look at how is, because I've started with Rahul, let me take Rahul. Okay. How is Rahul stopping Rahul from succeeding? There's a concept of fear of failure, and I'm sure many people in this chat, with the kind of experience that you have, you might be familiar with this. Fear of failure is, sabotaging myself when I hit 90% of the goal. Right? I've wired myself. Maybe there is some certification, some course, some designation, whatever is the milestone. Right? I start, I do everything. I reach about 90%. Then somehow I self-destroy myself, saying, I'm not good for this. Right? Or somehow I re-engineer myself, saying, yeah, this is going on as per plan. But my belief is that I attract a lot of bad luck. Somehow something should go wrong so that the last stage is not finished. And as you transpire it ends up becoming like that.
How can we change that approach, Ram?
Well, that's primarily is coaching.
Okay.
I can do a one-to-one coaching session. Just that Rahul is not there here to talk to me. But yeah. So, and what differentiates a coffee table conversation with a friend?
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of venting with our friends, right? And our friends sort of validate it and say that yeah, absolutely. In one of my posts, I wrote about, who are you to your colleague? Are you a bitching buddy? Okay, so essentially, you when you have coffee with that person, then you're only talking what's wrong with your life and what's wrong with the company and etc. And both the friends are like reinforcing each other. Yeah, absolutely, I agree with you. At the end of it, both are like relieved, but nothing really comes out of it. The more number of conversations you have, the more you are going into the hole, but no output coming out of it. So so that's what happens, when you get into that negative spiral. But if you with a coach, what happens is the coach challenges you.
Okay.
All of us might be having some beliefs about others and some beliefs about us. The coach challenges you about that belief.
Okay.
And then you're forced to reflect on yourself.
Okay.
Right. It's slightly difficult to relate to that without having a realistic scenario. But if you ask, so one of the coaching conversations I had with a coachee was, he said, I'm just not able to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
No matter what I do, I am not able to get up 5 a.m. in the morning. I put alarms at 4:45, 4:55, 4:57.
Hit snooze.
I keep hitting snooze.
Okay.
And I said, so what have you tried? I said, I've tried everything. I've tried, sleeping early. I've tried, eating light dinner. I've even told my spouse and my parents saying pour cold water on me if I don't get up. But somehow it's just not happening.
Okay.
And the more conversation I had with this gentleman, I realized that he's convincing me why he cannot get up at 5.
Okay.
So every solution that I come up with, he's convincing why it will not happen. So I asked him, so why do you want to get up at 5 in the first place? The world is not falling down if you don't get up at 5. Ukraine war will not stop if you don't get up at 5. What is it that you want to achieve by getting up at 5? Then he realized he didn't have a real reason. It's just that it's a wish that he has that I want to get up at 5.
Okay.
But he doesn't have a compelling reason for him to get up at 5. What do you want to do after you get up at 5? And then he says, have you ever got up at 5 a.m. in your life? He said, yeah, there was one early morning flight that I had to catch and I got up at 5. Yeah, brilliant, Srihari. No vision. There is no purpose for me to get up at 5. When there is no purpose, my action will not follow. Right? And the moment the person decides, this is what I want to do after I get up at 5, this is the purpose, then you think very differently. Then you're not thinking about alarms or eating light or whatever.
Okay.
You knew that if you don't get up at 5, you will not catch the flight. By default, you got up. Right? So when you have a real goal, when you ask people what is your goal, people say a lot of goals. I want to write a book, I want to become rich, I want to retire at 30. A lot of goals that people say when you ask. But out of those goals, there will be very few goals that are real goals. Those are all wish statements where we say, but we don't really act on it. Those goals remain goals. Okay, so when we have that, when you have crystal clear clarity of why you want that goal, what will happen to you when you achieve that goal, or what will you lose when you don't achieve that goal, that's when you start making that behavior change or shift.
Okay.
So a coach's job is primarily to help the coachee understand what is that interference that is blocking.
Okay.
And that can happen through conversations like these.
Okay.
Not a monologue from my side, but a conversation with the coach.
Yeah. Thank you, Ram. Thank you for sharing some light on this. And as you said rightly, that goal setting is not important. We need to work on the real goals. That is what that is very true.
Goal is never important. The purpose is more important.
Correct.
And that's the secret of 95% of the New Year goals or resolutions collapsing by the end of January.
Correct. That is true. Yes. Yeah. Thanks for giving this opportunity. So now I will hand over the session to Mr. Prakash.
Hey, thank you very much, Yugender. That's awesome. And thanks very much, Ram. That was really nice interaction amongst you both, which is had. And others, all excellent comments also been coming up in the chat box always. And you're sharing your views, guys. Wonderful, all participants as well as the visitors and the members whom you all have been doing it. So great, Ram. In fact, I liked it. Most of the couple of points all I've made a note. A couple of points all I've made a note what all you've shared. Wonderfully shared. Yeah, definitely we have a quiz now, Ram. Rather than me sharing it or summarizing it quickly, we'll just ask through a quiz, and then we come to a quick summary, and then we ask any other open questions from our visitors and members here. Is that okay, Ram? Can I just take a quick quiz?
Yeah. I'm sure you have a gift hamper at the end of the quiz, if I answer correctly.
Yes, that's there.
That's just pulling the leg, yeah.
Yeah. Super. So, yeah, for the quiz, I would request Mr. Rangarajan from Nash Industries to please take up the quiz. Yes, Rangarajan, over to you for the quick
Hi.
quiz. I'm sure you'll be taking forward. Take it forward, Rangarajan.
I
Yeah.
haven't felt nervous even for my board exams, which was a long time ago. So
This is for all the members.
Quiz
Go
is
ahead.
always give the nervous in our thing. The word quiz will give the nervousness. Okay. Faster finger first. My question is very simple. I want to.
This is
our
quiz
team-
for participants or for me?
This is the quiz for the
Participants.
participants, Ram, and not for you. That's what I was about to share.
Okay.
Okay.
When he said fastest fingers first, I said if I am going to respond, who is fastest times?
Okay. The question is, what is the definition for each and every word in the scarf?
Prabhakaran is keeping it ready now. Prabhakaran ji, you're keeping it very much ready.
Yeah.
I think Prabhakar knew the template.
Yeah,
Great,
Prabhakaran is
great,
the
great.
winner.
So perfect. So Prabhakaran gets it. So I would like to ask all the audience one more question also. So one of the very nice definition of formula he kept on sharing, which our coach Ram was sharing. Performance is equal to, he shared two other words. What is that? Performance is equal to potential minus interference. Again, Prabhakaran. Oh my God. Wow, Prabhakaran. So potential minus interference. Wonderful, wonderful. Inference or interference is it, Ram?
Interference.
Interference. Okay, okay, fine. Interference. Perfect, perfect. Wonderful. So performance is equal to potential minus interference. That's very necessary. Shared. Those interference is what we've also been discussing, and fabulous examples have been given. Wonderful, Prabhakaran, for taking it up. And I have only one gift hamper now. This time we have planned a little gift vouchers coming up, Prabhakaran. It's no more of only my mask leadership book or my tool. Now we're coming up with a quick 250 rupees of gift voucher from Amazon is there for you, Prabhakaran. So congratulations, Prabhakaran, for doing it. So that's awesome and excellent. Wonderfully shared across, Prabhakaran. Rangarajan, so it's for Prabhakaran, right? So I believe other
Yeah.
people also quickly shared, correct?
Yeah, congrats, Prabhakaran ji.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thanks very much, Rangarajan, for taking up the quiz question. Rangarajan,
Yeah.
do you have any question to Ram? And then we'll also ask open questions to others as well. If you have any.
Yeah, my question is, when we think about our own role in the organization and we think about our superior, what is the better way to think about our subordinate to be in the same inline of us?
Can you just repeat that?
For example, so we will try to align with our superior, because even if they have something, we will try to align with them. What is the better way to make our own subordinate to align with our own idea? It's not mandatory they have to follow us, but the baseline of the goal should be both same for us, right?
So he's saying, how do we
I
align
would
our
say-
subordinates? How do we align our
would say-
subordinates with our thoughts?
Yes.
I would say the approach itself has to be flipped,
Mhm.
right? While we manage our bosses, I understand where it might be coming from. Every person is unique, and there might be a certain managerial style and expectations, and we align to that. Your question is, how do I get my team to align to me? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. As a manager, I would not do that. As a leader, I will never do that. I will always try to align with my team. And inherent in this question itself, we are saying that it is a responsibility of the team member to align with the manager, which may not be the right approach. It is a responsibility of the leader to align with the team.
Yeah. Well said.
And a whole concept around that is what is servant leadership. And when you are saying servant leadership, you are saying, you are a servant to your team. The team is doing your work. right? And hence it is your responsibility to provide scarf to them so that they deliver their best. If they spend their time in aligning to you, then some of the scarf is not met.
Agreed. Wonderful. Wonderfully shared, Ram. Rangarajan, I believe that was very clear, right? Super.
Yes, very crystal clear.
Great, Rangarajan. Thanks very much for that question, Rangarajan. And for other members and visitors, now is the time for you to ask any questions to Ram. We can feel free to ask either two ways, either raise your hand, number one, or either type your question on the chat box and we take it from the chat box. Ram, I understand it's already closer to be 7:30. Another 5 minutes, we come to a wrap. Is that okay?
Sure.
Thanks very much, Ram, for sharing it. And yeah, Mr. Parthasarathi has asked a question that Ram, that you had mentioned a book on leadership, related to leadership. You know what? Who's the author's name? Is what he's asking. In the starting,
David Rock.
Yeah, David Rock is the person who is the model of SCARF, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
The book name is also?
The book name is The Quiet Leadership.
The Quiet Leadership. Okay, The Quiet Leadership by David Rock. Great. Thanks very much, Ram, for sharing it. So, members and visitors, now was the options. Quickly, if you have any questions, raise your hands or in the chat, type on the chat box, and we take it up. So, if not, then we will come to closely to an end, and then we summarize the episode, and then share the purpose of this community, and introduce the next week's leader as well. So that's it. So all in. That's it. So I believe Ram, most of the questions are addressed, but it was wonderful how to move to I to we. I mean, Srihari, that's okay. Oh, okay. Wants to speak. Okay, perfect. Prabhakaran, yes. You want to speak, Prabhakaran? Before that, maybe we have one more question. How to move from I to we? Is the question is what Mr. Srihari is asking. So we like to answer that, Ram, and then we go ahead. I believe. Prabhakaran wants to speak.
Can you elaborate on the question a bit, Srihari? When you say how to move from I to we?
Okay, Srihari, I will be giving you an option to unmute, and if you like to share yourself the question, that will add more value, that we'll be able to give you more better clarity. I believe Srihari is unable to unmute himself, but that's only the question is written, move from I to we, and that's only is asked.
That's a very
Okay, Srihari is able to unmute himself. Yes, Srihari, please go ahead.
Sir, whatever the topic we discussed so far, it is managing a team. So where always we have some conflicts. So generally, each individual have their own priority. So if you sum up all the things, we have different expectations. So that is what the key where we have the different opinions. So how to align, because if it is an individual person, it is easy because he know what is his priority. But when it is working for two or more people, that is what the team in date we are doing. If it is the reporting structure, it is easy. If it is other department, then there is a conflict always will be there because their priority and our priority will be different. So for that, how any technique is there so that we can apply for that?
So let me respond through coaching on that.
Okay.
You would have heard of the concept of team coaching or group coaching.
Okay.
And that's primarily to and one of the challenges that every senior leader shared with me is when I talk to people individually, all of them seem to be fine, and after the meeting they seem to be working differently. Right?
Yeah, because 80% of the time we are wasting in that context. Because in the meeting agree, after that we require some follow-ups. So that is there. Is there any method which will be helpful to reduce that follow-up time.
So whether it is helping Rahul to get up at 5 a.m., whether it is getting a team to work towards the common purpose, the question to ask is what is the vision or that purpose? If we say that this is the organization objective, we want you to work towards it. But if the person doesn't really relate to that objective, or the like Prakash put it in the chat, if what is in it for me is not answered, then there is no relation between my contribution and my recognition, which, right, you want me to contribute in a certain way to the organization goal for which I will be recognized or rewarded in a certain way, right? So when there is no alignment between when the leader is not able to show me clarity of how these are linked, that's where it falls flat. As a team, we'll decide something, but as individuals, we work in our own ways, because those own ways is what we feel will benefit us more than working in the way we discussed in the meeting.
Rightly said.
So,
Wonderful, Ram.
yeah,
So I believe Srihari, you got your answer, right?
I just relate. Thought process, I just relate. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much. There was a little network clarity, but that's fine. Great, thank you very much for asking the question, Srihari, and WIIFM. That's what he shares. What's in it for me? Thank you very much. And yes, David, I believe you also want to speak. Let me quickly give you the share option to speak, and then you can go ahead, David. Yes, David, please go ahead.
Sorry to come in late, actually. I think we're running against time. Mr. Ram, Mr. Rahul, whom you have given as an example, is a wonderful thing. Actually,
I seriously
Not
want
so
Prakash to just do a check and figure out that Rahul is not part of this meeting. Okay, go ahead, David.
I hope so.
Yeah, he's not.
Now,
So
you gave an example where probably Mr. Rahul is not performing for certain other reasons, and you have a goal in any case to achieve, and Mr. Rahul is not a part of it in the sense that he's not performing towards that goal or whatever it is. So you gave him another project, and he proved himself otherwise. That is good. What happens if you didn't have an option to give another project? So, see, in huge organizations, there are a lot of opportunities to grow, to give an opportunity to others. But in a small organization, if you don't have an opportunity to give another role to him, how do you handle it? One is you have a senior in terms of age and service, and you're young. You have a goal to deliver, to a purpose to deliver to your management. So how do you think we can manage that?
So the solution in Rahul's case was not the new project.
Okay.
The solution was an opportunity to utilize his skills.
No, but you had what you call
I get what you're saying.
Activity.
You're saying there was one person who was not performing to the best, in this case Rahul, and we gave a different project to Rahul, and Rahul excelled at that. Whereas in small organizations, you may not have an opportunity to give a different role, is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
And my response to that is, what got Rahul energized is not the new project. It is the recognition of his abilities. So where I have a chance to give a new project, I will give the new project. It can be a new task. It can be asking him to present to the senior management. It can be asking him to review others' work. The opportunities could be many. It may not be a concrete role, saying that it may not be a designation change or role change or responsibility change, but it is acknowledging his skill in different ways. That's what makes him. So if you look at from a scarf point of view, my status is I am one among all. Though I am much senior in my age and my experience. So if you recognize my status, which is my seniority in terms of knowledge and experience, through any of your acts, like asking my peer to asking a Gopi to seek mentorship from Rahul, asking Rahul to review Gopi's work. It's a signal I am giving, saying that I know that you are not equal. I know you have much more experience than Gopi, and hence I am asking you to review Gopi's work.
Sure. Got it, Mr. Ram. I encountered this, and of course, some 15-20 years back in Citibank, but so I handled it almost in a similar way. Thank you so much. It's wonderful interacting with you and for all your input. Thank you.
Thanks very much, David, for asking the fabulous question. Great and wonderful. So yes,
I like the response from Senthil. He says, "Empower Rahul."
Yes.
Empower Rahul could happen in many ways. Not just with a new role, but you are empowering in many small ways.
True. Great. Wonderful. So thank you for all the people who have been joining in, and let's quickly summarize what we have understood in today's conversation in bullet points in nutshell. But before that, we have 3 links to be shared. In fact, one is the link of Ram. Please share your LinkedIn link itself, which was shared again, so that maybe I missed to interact or share with the people to share your link. So all the members as well as visitors, please feel free to stay connected with Mr. Ram on his LinkedIn, which is there. His LinkedIn profile is on the chat box. And number 2, yes, Rangarajan, I would request you to share the book link which Mr. Ram had shared today. So that also will add value. And 3, Pankaj, please do share our, in fact, Leaders Connect links during the vote of thanks. That point of time it will add value. Great. So let's all stay connected. That's very important. So I would now request Mr. Senthil to come and quickly summarize what are the key pointers which we had taken up today in this awesome episode with Mr. Ram today. So yes, Senthil. So Senthil is from Daimler India. So yes, Senthil, over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prakash, and it was really awesome session. Really been more lucky to have this deeper insights from Ram today. Really, I really thank the opportunity.
Thank you so much.
For as time is pressing and to cut short the brief essence, I would like to sum up this today's session. So first is the SCARF model, whatever was explained by Ram. It was deeply mapping with the respect, idea, opinion, clarity, how a manager need to be more organized and how to value his team member and bring more fairness among the employees. These were really awesome and well articulated to be as a great manager. Second is how a great manager should define his roles and need to be very clear with his expectation, what should be this work-life balance and how to come with a stable and achievable goals.
True.
And other punch message from Mr. Ram is all employees come to work and they believe in what they do and they believe in the teamwork, what they deliver. So this is really awesome. And we gave a very clear formula, which is nothing but performance is equal to potential minus interference. And interference can be either an external influence or maybe internal influence factor.
Very important.
And next is about the Rahul example where the empower Rahul to reveal his ability and recognition is one way to retain the potential hidden talent within Ram, within Rahul. And second, before last, we had 2 more points. One is on the SCARF versus employee engagement, which we clearly understood it's directly proportional. And employee hygienes are really related to his aspiration and his expectation. And employee investment is nothing but his skill development. And there were a quote which says that the employee mentally resigns much more before he physically put down the paper. And other quote is a person to whom we talk the most is ourselves. It means that we should always do a self mirroring of ourselves by talking in ourselves to understand what exactly we do, so that we eliminate the flaws when we move in our social relationship with the other peers or colleagues in our workplace. Who are you to your colleagues? This is one question which we need to ask ourselves in fine tuning ourselves. And last but not the least is the goal setting is not really important. All that matters is the purpose, and its intent plays a vital role.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ram.
True, Senthil. Excellently shared, wonderfully shared. Thanks very much, Senthil, for a quick summary which you have given. And David, as you rightly said, yes, Rahul has become a part of our now mass leadership. So we have two people now. One example of how today Ram has told about Rahul. One more also, we had a leader. She used the word called Anamika. So two people are part of our now mass leadership. Thanks very much for sharing it. Yes, Ram, that's been an awesome episode and wonderful episode. So we just like to share our purpose of this community once again to all, and then we have one ending video which we share to all our participants as well. So for which to share the purpose of this particular community, I request Mr. Nellai Nayagam to be a part of this particular episode. Yes, Nellai Nayagam, over to you to share the purpose of the community, and I've unmuted you as well. So yes, Nellai Nayagam, please go ahead.
Good evening, one and all. Thanks to Bija Training and Mr. Prakash Sharma for this opportunity to deliver the word of thanks. Mr. Ramakrishnan sir, really this session was more interactive and with a nice explanation on the scarf. And when we have expectation from our own superior and the same applicable for our own team, yeah, I can feel the mutual empathy on the people. Yeah, we have really enjoyed so much with your inspirational thoughts and valuable experiences and practical solutions. Yeah, even I can get some of the solutions from your answers. Yeah, this session is a really productive session for us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Let me quickly,
so much.
let me quickly share again the purpose of the community. For the visitors who are attending the first time, Leaders Connect 360 is an online leadership community where every week on Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. we invite a top management leader from a reputed corporate company to share the solutions for our real-time leadership challenges, either on leading self, leading others, or leading your business. Like how we have seen Mr. Ramakrishnan sir today. This Leadership Connect 360 online leadership community does not stop in sharing the learnings, but also on the last Wednesday of every week, where we network with the like-minded working professionals who are interested in their constant growth. That's when we call it as leadership, creating more leaders. If you wish to join our community, please click on the WhatsApp group link, which is on your chat box, and you will be able to join us to receive a weekly update or call us on the number shared on the WhatsApp, or then we will add you in our community. Thank you, Mr. Ramakrishna Rao sir. I would like to thank the guest, Mr. Ramakrishna Rao sir, for the spending for the valuable time in sharing your experiences and solutions. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I like the format as well. I think it's designed pretty well, and with roles sort of assigned to different people. I think I like the structure bit of it, but more importantly, I like the mission of leaders building leaders. So thank you for allowing me into the network, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Ram. That was awesome. We'll stay in touch, and we have one final thank you video for all. And the members as well as the visitors, please do stay back for a networking. As we all network with each other, let's know more each other personally about how it is and how is the role about today's episode, or know your introduction as well. After this thank you video is what we would be doing it. But thanks, Ram, from your side, that be taking your time and creating more leaders. I would always say that you are creating more leaders. Thanks very much. And for all the participants, guests, as well as visitors, this is a thank you video. Thank you all. So thanks very much, Ram, for being in. That's been awesome and great. And thanks you all. So now is the time for our quick networking. So thank you, everyone. So let's start our networking as well. So awesome episode was done today by Mr. Ram, who was there with us today. And I'm sure we all have got different insights and learnings. So I'm going to stop the spotlights now, and then now is the time for us to introduce each other. There are a couple of people are there who are for the first time or second time or when they rarely come. So we take now the privilege to introduce you. So we give you an opportunity to unmute yourself. So we all can now unmute ourselves, and we all can turn on our videos now. So that helps. So let's go ahead, and I believe we have a couple of new people as well today, and then let's request them to share about themselves. So yeah, we have Mr. Srihari is always there. Srihari, you would like to introduce yourself, Srihari? That will add value so that the people, most of the other members also would know more about you. If you like to introduce yourself. Mr. Srihari? Okay, and then we also have Arka Samanta. Arka Samanta, you'd like to introduce yourself again? I mean, we also have Miss Harshpreet Kaur. Harshpreet Kaur. You can just quickly
Hi.
Yeah, hi Harshpreet Kaur. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
All doing good. Thank you very much. I believe you're
I'm
joining.
really
this
sorry
episode
to
for the
join.
first time. Sorry, Harshpreet. I believe I missed what you said.
I said I'm really sorry to join so late, but that's
Oh.
the disadvantage of being on the weekdays.
Okay, that's completely fine. But you're joining us for the first time, Harshpreet?
Yes.
Great. That's completely fine. So I'm sure you might have got to know the purpose of our community, of what we do, as we invite week on week every top management leader, and we have a discussion, and we have like-minded professionals here. If you can just introduce yourself, Harshpreet, that will add value to our community.
Yeah. So I am a L&D professional. I am a training manager for CAS 24 right now. And I'm also a depression survivor 8 years ago.
Okay.
So that's something that brought me into the space of curiosity of understanding coaching.
Oh, wow.
That's all.
Great. Nice knowing you, Harshpreet. Thanks very much. So we keep conducting these sessions week after week. Feel free to join us as a part of our CSR initiative only. So please do join us. That will add value more. So who are others who would like to share most about themselves? Yeah, Kavita, you would like to introduce yourself. Kavita Silvaraj. Okay, I believe, Yash.
Yeah, I've unmuted. Good evening,
Correct.
everyone.
Yes, good evening, Kavita.
Myself, I'm Kavita Silvaraj, and I'm working as a process trainer at Big Basket. And I have around 6 years of experience into training and development. Currently, I work with Big Basket.
Big Basket, you're working. Great, Kavita.
Yeah.
I believe Mr. Arul is there in your company, right?
Yeah. Arul has made me to connect with this group.
Oh, so we need to thank Arul there at that point of time.
I'm sorry, Kavita, sorry. Which company you work for? Which corporate you work for, Kavita, please?
Big Basket.
Big Basket. Oh, great. Yeah. Okay, got it.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Kavita, for joining us. So maybe we look forward for you to come week after week with different people are there where we interact, learn, as well as we network. So always what we do is in the terms of networking, all the other people, what we do is either we share any need if you have in your organization, this is time that you can share your need, or if you want to offer any services which you want to offer to all the other people as well, you can use this platform to offer your services that adds value, share your experience. That's how networking builds. We know each other. Thanks, Kavita, for introducing yourself.
Sure. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. It's been nice knowing you. And yes, who else? Mr. Nagaraju, I believe last week you came. Yes, Nagaraju, how do you feel about the episode, Nagaraju? And Mr. Srihari also. That also will add value.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening.
Yes, Nagaraj.
Yeah, this is Nagaraj, and Sorry for the disturbance. I'm saying sorry before going to my conversation. Actually, I am side of the road. If any disturbances, okay, I am saying
But
sorry to each and everyone.
stay safe,
And
Nagaraj, but you're okay, right, to talk, or maybe later you can discuss. That's fine. You're okay to talk.
No worries, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No worries. And but what I feel is the remaining all people getting some noise or getting other issues. So
Yeah.
that is I am before going to say my views. I am saying sorry to all.
Great. That's completely
And
fine. You're safe. You're
and,
okay.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, this is a good opportunity to learn the new things, and I feel very happy to part of this.
Great, great, Nagaraj.
Uh,
So I believe
Thank you.
this is your second episode, correct, Nagaraj?
Yes,
Last
yes.
week
This. Yes, sir. Last week I joined. I started my journey with you all people, great people, and last week this is the second. Thank you.
many more great people are always are there.
Def-
Nagaraj. So many are there.
Definitely, sir.
We
I
need
will
to
ensure
help.
definitely. I will ensure definitely I won't miss this kind of opportunities to get more knowledge.
Sure.
Thank
So
you.
you're from
Thank
which, for people who are joined today may not be knowing you, so just quickly your which company you are from, Nagaraj.
Yeah, good evening all, one and all. My name is Nagaraj. I am currently representing to Tirumala Milk Dairy and as a branch manager at Visakhapatnam.
Great. So
And,
you're from
totally
Vizag now. So we have from Vizag
yes.
people joining.
Yes, I am from Vizag, and totally I have a nearly 12 plus years sales experience in only in dairy segment and dairy industry, milk dairy industry.
Awesome. Thanks very much, Nagaraj, for joining in. That's been great. And
Nagaraj, just share your mobile number, please. This is David, and I'll get in touch with you later.
Yes, sir.
And,
9618.
Guys,
chat box.
Chat box. Okay, sir. Okay,
just say hi to my grandson. He threatens me every Wednesday. I need to bribe him. So every Wednesday, I get him a pizza. Say
hi. Hi.
Say hi. Yeah. Okay. Bye. Okay.
Yes, David. Nagaraj's mobile number is in the chat box. It'll add value.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Anybody else who would like to introduce yourself, where you would like to share either a need, an offer you want to give, or if you have a need in your company and you want to share it here where people all can help each other, this is a platform you can do now. Or you want to have an offer to share or give, that's also okay. So I believe Sujata want to speak. Yes, Sujata, please go ahead.
Yeah, it's absolute pleasure to be with you all. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, Sujata, we are able to hear you. Yes.
Fabulous. It's so nice to be with you all. I thoroughly enjoyed the session. This networking that you have given and created an opportunity in Prakash is one of the most beautiful experiences because everyone would love to, in this growing economy, any one of us in the learning and development would love to pay gratitude for what we are doing, what you're doing over here. That is one thing. The second thing is that, Coach Ram, when he mentioned that, potential minus interference, I actually can relate to it, Prakash, as when I'm using psychometric assessments, sometimes companies come up with saying that, you're saying this man's potential is so much, but why is he not performing like that? I don't see that. I don't see this. This is because of the interference. Okay. Yes. So you have given such a big insight, and, because of this session, I felt so good. I would wonder, how do I put it across? And today I learned that. So I'm very grateful for this session particularly. Now, I would like to say that normally, my assessments, is 5,500 if I have to just share someone about their career guidance, that's all. But as a special offer, Prakash, for you and your team and anyone who refers to you. I know that is my area of strength. I would love to give a discount, and I would love to give it at maybe I need to check with my team how much I can discount it, but I will keep you posted on it. It might be something like 3,500 or 4,000, whichever is the way we can accommodate it. I would definitely do that for you all.
Thanks, Sujata. That's an excellent offer. You're giving it to the people to connect with you. Sujata, if you could just introduce yourself in a nutshell. I understand I know you well, but not all the other people here as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes.
Yes, please go ahead in a nutshell if you can just.
Hi all. Yes, hi all. I'm a co-founder of Pravara, and we started it off with facilitating inner transformation. I've been in this industry in training itself more than 20 years plus, and with Pravara and psychometric assessments, more than 17 years in it. Passion to make a positive difference to people and businesses. We guide people using psychometric assessments and then give them the development area. With you all, always. And wonderful to see the way you make your notes, David, sir. I know it's and really, even I'm a hardcore note taker. I have written my note of gratitude also. I mustn't forget.
Ma'am, I forget things. That's the reason I take note of it.
Okay.
I got caught.
So it's a beautiful experience. Thank you all so much. You can always connect with me regarding career guidance. And if you all have someone in your organization or in your network that you want to refer someone, because many are being laid off or many are resigning, we can definitely be there for them. We want
just share your, sorry, go ahead. I just wanted you to share your number on the chat box, please, if you can.
Yes.
Right away, sir. I will do that. Thank you so
Add
much.
value, and people who want to offer anything or share anything or maybe share your specific need, please feel free to share your need or an offer. Please do share your mobile numbers so people get connected, and we're already in the groups of the respective networking group. And I would also request members to also post your needs or offers in that networking group, which we have, so that we are able to connect with each other, help each other, and build each other's network. And we all together grow. And that's the motto of what we all do together. Thanks very much, Sujata, for sharing it. And all the members, in fact, Sujata has been into the assessments industry, assessment itself. All the major psychometric assessments she does. And if any of your company needs any assessments, feel free to stay in touch with Sujata. Awesome person, and sure you will be able to understand different assessments at different level, right from the top management to the operator level. If in your company, if you have, she has assessments, and she also has assessments in multilingual language, in Tamil, Hindi, and English also she has. So the depth at which Sujata has gone is awesome, and I'm sure she'll be able to help you all in case of any assessments, any of the people who want need. You can always get in touch with Sujata as well. Great, Sujata. Thanks for joining us today. It's been really great meeting you after a long time on the online. Good, Sujata. Great. And anybody else who are there who would like to introduce or would like to share any need, offer? Now is the time, else we close our episode for today.
Yeah. So
yes, Harshpreet.
Harshpreet, yeah. So hi everyone. I just giving you a brief about what I do other than L&D. So as I mentioned, I am a depression survivor, and in the journey of recovering, I realized, and also I explored how I can use my emotions to get the best out of me. And that's where I help right now. I help people manage their emotions and using their emotions to their strength. So we have usually I come across, the belief that people come up, people see emotions, as a part of weakness. So I help people understanding their emotions and then taking actions for change, habit change, perspective change, and any transformation change that we are looking within. So and it's a minimum of 3 sessions we do on every 15 days, followed by a few activities and homework given to the client
Wonderful.
basis the objective that is expected out of those connects. And so the commitment is 3 sessions to at least be able to see a visible change within.
True, true.
So that's what is a small brief that I wanted to offer. And I know we were going through a lot of tussles, hassles during these times, especially when we are going back to work after 2 years of work from home. So if anybody who feels or who knows someone who need any kind of help which can change their life, please reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to help. My usually every connect costs to 2,000 rupees, which is a change of three session is 6,000. And yeah, so if a person is able to connect, if my client is able to connect for 3 consecutive sessions, and if I see any change, if we see any productivity, we refund 1,000 rupees back.
Perfect.
That's the way that's the way I
excellent. Awesome, Harshpreet. That's nice
express my
knowing
gratitude.
about you. So maybe may know from which location you're speaking, or which part of the
I am from New Delhi.
So you're from New Delhi. Okay,
Yeah.
great. And this
Do I
session
switch
we
on
do
my
is
camera?
online or offline? How do you do?
Online. If it is outside New Delhi, it's online. And if it is Delhi, I would always prefer meeting in person.
Person as well. Wonderful.
Yeah. And the coffee is on me then.
Definitely. Always, Harshpreet. We would definitely want to. In fact, what we do is Harshpreet, we also meet or we all offline once every 3 months.
Okay.
And we have already started meeting people at Bangalore, at Chennai, at Indore is already done because people are across India. And Delhi also a couple of people have joined in. I'm sure there are more people in Delhi. We all can meet together once, which will create a nice understanding of these needs and the respective offers which you're sharing. And it's a nice network which you can create.
Yeah.
But nicely interacted, Harshpreet. So thanks very much for joining in. Please do share your mobile number. And I believe if you can join us on a WhatsApp group, also we have a networking group where we can keep sharing such messages and we'll be adding a lot of value as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to be part of it. Since it's my first interaction, I wasn't aware of the WhatsApp group.
Yeah. We will share the link on the chat box, so we can feel free to click on the link and join the WhatsApp group as well. So we have WhatsApp group, Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube. All our videos are already on the YouTube channel, which is there. So people who wish to share or listen to at any point of time, feel free, they listen, or if they might have missed any session also they listen. That's how people make use of this YouTube link or channel.
Prakash, I would like to just add on, Prakash.
Yes, Sujata, please.
See, I'm part of, Delhi. When I got the name of Delhi, I got from Delhi location. I'm part of something called Gurgaon Moms. Okay.
Yes.
And there are about, I think, 10,000 people there. So I would like to share this link over there. I'll take these and I paste it there. Is that enough? I'll, of course, write a small write-up about it.
Definitely. Feel free, Sujata, always.
Thank you. Thank you. I felt very good about it also. So I'll do that right away, Prakash.
Definitely, Sujata. Thanks very much. And great. And thanks, Harshpreet, for joining in. So look forward for you to meet you also next week again. That'll add more value.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I'm just sharing my contact details on the chat.
Definitely. Thank you very much. So anybody else would like to speak or any need, any offer you want to give, feel free now, or else we end our session or episode for this week, and next week again we connect. Until then, we have the opportunities to connect on the WhatsApp groups, and then we can share our aspects with respect to our respective roles, needs, and offer. We can do it. So that's all, and no hand raising, and if all is done, perfect.
Thank you, Prakash.
Thanks very much, David. That's been awesome. We take it forward from here.
Every Wednesday now, get a free pizza for me. I need to buy from him. I need to give it to my grandson. Okay. Bye, guys. Bye, friends. Nice to see Prabhakaran, Sendil.
Yes.
Uganda was there. Great.
Super. Nice to see you all.
Take care.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you all. Take care. Have a nice
Sure,
evening.
thank you. Yeah.
Meet you all again
Thank
next
you.
week.
Thank you all.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye.